What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see, we're looking bold, colorful, and vibrant, and glossy, and glowy, and all that jazz. We are looking excessive, which is exactly what I always look like on this channel. I feel like if I'm not bringing the extra glam, then I'm not here to give you guys me. And that is uncalled for in my book. So anyways, today we're going to be playing with some brand new products. Today is a first impression pretty much because I have a lot of new products that I wanted to share with you guys and of course do them on camera so you guys can see what the real tea is and all that stuff on these products. So of course we have the new Urban Decay Lash Freak Mascara, which is what I'm wearing of course under these falsies. We're going to see what the real tea is on this as well. We have the MAC Tiana Taylor collection, which there's a little story time in this video for you guys to know how much of a pain it was to get these products, but I'm excited that I actually have them now. But I do have two other products from the Tiana Taylor collection that I will be using in the near future. We also have the Hip Dot SpongeBob Sandy Cheeks highlighter palette, which I am excited about putting on because as you can see, look how beautiful it is. I mean, come on now. And then we have the star of the video, which is the Pure Rawbeautykristi eyeshadow palette. So this is a double-sided pressed pigment palette. This is the bold side, which is mostly what I use today, and this is the neutrals side as well. So honestly, this palette broke the internet. It took hours. And I'm telling you, it launched at I think 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock my time. I didn't get this palette until 3 a.m. and I was purely making sure I got it because I really wanted to play with this palette. But that is my dedication on this palette, and I will have to say it did not disappoint. But if you want to see what the real tea is and everything like that on these products and this fun tutorial, then keep on watching. I am so excited about doing makeup today because it has been a hot minute since I've done makeup, and it's also been a hot minute since I've filmed a video because I've been going through it. Let me just tell y'all right now.
God, I have no fucking idea.
Because I have been up and down about filming another YouTube video because of course the editing, and there's just been a lot of reasons why I've just been uninspired by doing makeup videos recently, and I need to stop doing that. I love makeup videos and I love doing them and I miss them, and this is just me telling myself to get over it, to calm down my anxiety and craziness, and to just shut up and do makeup because I love doing makeup and I love filming reviews and tutorials for you guys because it's just a lot of fun for me. By the way, I'm using the NARS concealer for my base today because we're going to be going with some exciting shadows. So from the intro, today we're going to be playing with the brand new Pure X Rawbeautykristi double-sided eyeshadow palette. I am so excited about playing with this because I have not played with it yet. I have friends of mine who have played with it and they love it, but obviously love Rawbeautykristi and I love Pure's eyeshadows, especially their newer formulas, but like those brights right here, the double-sidedness, everything about this palette is just so stunning, and it's just time to get into it.
Get into it!
Not really sure about what look I'm going to go for today. I want to go for something very crazy, very different, and use as many shadows as I possibly can. I'm going to go in with a Morphe M456 brush. I'm going to go in with the shade Hurtful on the colorful side. This one is of course a deep blue shade, and we're just going to pack that into the crease pretty much in the inner portion of the eye just to get that going. Just tell y'all right now, she is pigmented. A little bit of kickback, but honestly not that bad. It definitely is like a pressed pigment kind of formulation. It definitely goes on pretty easy, blends really nice. A little bit of fallout as you can see from my inner corner, but I'm really not too worried because I definitely know how to work around some pressed pigments. And honestly, I am so excited just about what to do with this palette because I love a good bright moment. Of course, we're not done with this part just yet. I'm going to go in with the shade Garden State right here on top. More like a teal shade. I'm just going to take the same Morphe brush, and we're just going to put this on top of Hurtful, or above it I should say, and just kind of get a nice little cohesive blend. As you can see, I kind of just went back in with some concealer and kind of cut that area because I really wanted to be like really sharp, because of course I'm going to go in with the wing portion now. Of course, fingers crossed that this is going to look really cute by the end of this look, because I really want to just do something very different and use as many colorful shades as I possibly can, because this is a review / tutorial on this palette. So now I'm going to go in with a clean M456 brush from Morphe, and I'm going to go in with the shade Flavor Town, which is like this nice bright red shade. We're just going to pack this on to the area where, of course, I recut the crease, and we're just going to apply it, see what we can get out of this. You know what color we're going to go in with to just kind of go above this? I'm going to go in with the shade Mi Orange, and I'm just going to take it on the same Morphe M456 brush. You know the drill. Pretty much I'm using like 2 brushes for this entire look, and this shade is going to go right above the Flavor Town shade. Now, last but not least, I believe for this portion, I'm going to go in with the shade Dandelion right here on the bottom. There are 2 yellows in this palette, the Dandelion and the Camelot, but the Camelot is more like a neutral kind of yellow. So I'm taking, of course, the brighter yellow, and we're just going to put this above the shade Mi Orange to get a nice cohesive blend. You can see I cut my crease. We're going in with some more shadow. I'm going to go in with the shade Dandelion, and I'm just going to take it on a Morphe Coca-Cola packing brush, and we're just going to apply this to the lid and the inner portion. Same brush, I'm actually going to go in with the shade Garden State again. I thought it'd be really fun to kind of do like a teal wing out kind of vibe. So we're just going to pack this on with the same brush. That pigment is so freaking good. Like, I am thoroughly impressed with this palette, not only by the pigmentation, but about the blendability. There is a little bit of kickback in the pan, obviously, because it is a very pigmented palette, but I have little to no issues with blending the shades on the lid, and I have little to no issues with a little bit of fallout. The only shade that I had any fallout, really, was the blue shade. Otherwise, everything else is just working so beautifully. Okay, so as you can see, this eye is pretty much complete. I did go off camera and just kind of play around with it and just kind of see what I was thinking for the whole entire eye look. So I did take Garden State on the lower lash line, and then of course I flipped it over and I went with the shade It Just Does right here, this like peachy shade right there on the lower lash line as well. And then for the inner corner and brow bone highlight, I actually go back in with Cafe Disco right here in the middle. So I did use the shimmer that was in the bold side. So I really honestly like how this is looking. It's looking really cute. Okay, so now as you can see, both brows are done, both eyes are done. I did add a little bit of some eyeliner on the lid. I kind of wanted to make sure that my lashes, you know, just kind of popped a little bit more when I add a little bit of liner. So I did add some pure brown liner on the waterline, but I did add the Drench Cosmetics matte liquid liner. This is a black-owned indie brand, and I just applied this onto the lash line. So pretty much just kind of like making my eyes pop a little bit more. It is time to add some mascara, because usually I don't do that on camera. I usually put on my lashes and all that stuff, which I will be doing right after this, before I get to my base and all that jazz. But we're going to play with a new mascara that I haven't tried yet, and this is the new Urban Decay Lash Freak Mascara. So I recently purchased this on Ulta.com, and it just says it has 23.6 times more volume. So it just says it's 24-hour wear, sweat proof, smudge proof, flake proof. It's supposed to volumize, lift, and define, and the brush is very interesting. And let me just show you really quick. So as you can see, if you can see that, I'm not exactly sure if it's going to focus.
The level of disrespect.
But as you can see, there is no bristles on the back. It is just only on the front, and of course they have a little bit of a tip. So I was informed to just make sure I clean off the brush a little bit, because sometimes it can be a little too much. And I was told that you can also lift with the bristles on the top. So I'm excited to try this out. We're going to wait and see. I'm very iffy about my mascaras anyways, so I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work, but we'll try it out. Okay, so now that the eyes are done, I'm wearing the TL Mitchell lashes from Tati Lashes, and I honestly love them. They're the #1s, I believe. And on top of that, I cannot wait to play with some more products. I have a lot more first impressions for you guys in this video, because it's kind of like a first impression video. Of course, it's been out for a hot minute, but who had the money? I did not have the money to buy this foundation. It was on sale, and I said, why not? So this is the Pat McGrath Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. I'm in the shade Skin Fetish Light 4. I am so excited about playing with this. It comes in this little packaging right here, and here's the cute bottle. So I'm excited about playing with this today. So this one's definitely going to give you a more of a medium buildable coverage. It's definitely supposed to give you like model-like skin. It's not supposed to be a full coverage, of course. So I'm going to apply this with my Colored Rain Beauty Blender and just apply this and see what we think. Keeping with the theme, I'm going to go in with the concealer, which of course is in the shade L2, the Sublime Concealer. So I will say this foundation actually looks really cute. I think that it definitely gives off a very medium coverage. It doesn't look thin, but it doesn't look heavy either. But I will say there are areas where it didn't cover as much as I wanted it to. But you know what? At least I do have a concealer that I have tried before and I like, that will definitely give me the coverage that I'm looking for. I think that these pair well together really well so far. Okay, so now the face is all set. I did cream contour. I did use the Fawn Stick Foundation from Anastasia for contouring action, and I did use the translucent setting powder as well from Anastasia, because why not keep it in the family with a few of the products. So anyways, I did not have the Pat McGrath powder, of course, because it was really expensive for a small amount of product. I was not about to do all that, but I will have to say the foundation looks really nice. It definitely looks like my skin. It doesn't look, you know, cakey or dry or anything like that, and the concealer worked really well. So now for blush, we're going to go in with the Revolution Blusher Reloaded Peach Bliss. So I believe I've tried this either on camera or off camera a few times before. I do really love Revolution's blushes. It goes on so pigmented without being too pigmented, and I believe they're only like $5, I believe, and that's really good for a blush, especially if you're looking for like a nice affordable one. Also a first impression from Revolution, we're gonna go in with the Mega Bronzer in 01 Cool. I picked this one up at Ulta. I believe this one's like $7 or $8, so massive pan for a good price. I have not tried this bronzer before. I've tried their other one that they just came out with, the Glow bronzer, and I love that one. So let's just try this one out. Okay, so honestly, I feel like this bronzer is pigmented. It's blending pretty nicely. I always have issues with affordable bronzers because I feel like sometimes they look a little bit like patchy or something like that, but it's blending beautifully. And I will have to say, this actually just recently got a shade extension, I believe, so now it does come in deeper shades, which is amazing. My face a little mist with some Morphe setting spray, and I did my hair because I needed to get it out of my face. I'm now going to go in with another new first impression. This is the Hip Dot SpongeBob Sandy Cheeks 4-shade highlighter palette right here. I did do a few swatches of this just to see if the colors would fit my skin tone, and thankfully 3 of the 4 of them definitely do. I'm going to go in with the shade Texas Tough right here. It's like a more of a golden shade, and I will just say right now, I love Hip Dot. Always support your indie brands because they are the ones who are doing the damn thing. And this is looking super cute. I definitely will have to say it is pigmented without being too pigmented. And that's exactly what I'm looking for in a highlighter. I always love a bright highlight, don't get me wrong. And recently I feel like I've definitely been extra glazed donut. But I love a good glaze, you know what I mean? We're down to the final 3 items I'm going to be using today, which is, of course, the lips. First off, I'm going to go in with a MAC stripped down lip pencil just to kind of line my lips and get myself ready for my lip color. We have the lip liner on. It is now time to go in with the lip. And let me tell you guys how excited I am about putting these lip combos on today, because I was going to do a video on this maybe a month ago, but first off, UPS lost my package. They said it was delivered to someone. No idea who it was. Did not come here. Tried to track it down. They had nobody available to answer my calls. Could not find it for the life of me at all. Thankfully, I contacted MAC. They were more than willing to help me out. They, of course, refunded me, but the items were sold out. So I had to go somewhere else and pick them up. Did not ship them fast enough, but you know what? At least they still had them in stock, and at least I've still got my hands on them. What, better late than ever, honestly. This is the MAC Tiana Taylor lipstick and lip gloss. So I picked up 2 lipsticks and 2 lip glosses from this collection, of course, the nudes, because that's what I'm obsessed with right now. But this one is in the shade Good Moanin', and this one is going to be a beautiful matte shade. Ooh. My lips are dry. But this is actually a cute pink medium toned nude. It reminds me a lot of like Velvet Teddy, but a tiny bit pinker. Ooh, it's so stunning. But I want to just say, look at the packaging. It is absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed with this packaging. It is so pretty. It's going to be harder to store because of it being squared, but I'm excited about still wearing this one. This one is going to be Gonna Love Me Lip Glass, and we're just going to apply this right over top. Why not? Ooh, I love that sound. Of course the gloss pairs so well with the lipstick. And here you have it, you guys. This is the full tutorial, full face, first impression for you guys, mostly centered around the pure Rawbeautykristi eyeshadow palette, of course. I'm going to get down to the nitty-gritty and give you guys the real tea and what I think of these products really quick before I go. The Lash Freak from Urban Decay, I thought it gave me a really good volume. It is a little bit clumpy, so I recommend if you're going to take it out for the first time, definitely wipe off the brush first or whatever you want to do. That's your business. But wipe off the brush first and then go back in and coat your lashes. I feel like it's definitely going to give you a really full volume look. Do I recommend it? I will say I'm 50-50 on it because I am not 100% in love with it as much as I want it to be, but of course I'm not hating it either. Pat McGrath foundation. This one is of course the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection foundation. I think this foundation is actually really nice, but $68 is a very high price point. Do I recommend this foundation for an everyday use? Yeah, you definitely could use it for everyday if you're willing to spend the money for that. I like a medium buildable coverage. I do like a little more coverage here and there, but for this foundation, it actually did give me a good coverage. And next up, the Hip Dot SpongeBob Scented Cheeks Highlighter Palette. Yes, if you want to glow like this, yes, I highly recommend it. I believe this is only $18 too, but honestly, it's so cute and I loved it. And then last but not least, of course, the star of the video, the Rawbeautykristi eyeshadow palette. So of course, as you can see, it's double-sided. I only touched one shade in the neutral side, but I will be doing more looks with this palette very soon. But I will say, the blendability, on point. The pigmentation, amazing. Everything about this, including the packaging and the component, which I believe the packaging was created by Rawbeautykristi herself, which is amazing. But honestly, everything about this palette worked for me. Every shade was blendable, beautiful. They packed on like a dream, and I had no issues with any of the shades. And I highly, highly recommend picking it up whenever they do restock it. It should be available at Ulta.com when they restock as well, and it should definitely be on Pure's website when they restock as well, which I believe they restock sometime this month, because we're now in August, which is crazy. I have not been back to work since March, and I'm going a little stir crazy. Honestly, amazing, and Pure has outdone themselves yet again. I feel like this is such an amazing product. So anyways, that is the end of this video. Make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the very near future. Love you. Bye.